Hey, April 14th, halfway through the month. So I hope everyone had a good Easter and stuff like that. So give me an update from where we're at on everything. On the PPP, gave the bank instruction on Friday to go ahead and process it as soon as possible, and then looking at disbursement on the 20th. I haven't heard from them as of Tuesday morning that they had gotten to it. I'm hoping today that I emailed them yesterday afternoon, and hoping today that they'll get back and confirm that they got that done, and we can pull people back. Last thing I want to do is wait till the end of the week, and then they say, "Oh, we got it done." We can. Well, I guess we got 10 days once they approve it to get the disbursement, so we can let employees know, bringing them back. So we're on the. I guess we're at the bottom of the trough right now. We're starting to come out of it, so that'll be going real soon. And then got an email. You haven't heard anything on the idle yet. Got an email yesterday from small business that they're going to be processing the advance on that. And it wasn't really specific. It was more of a generic email, but it said that they have our application and that they would start processing the advance. There's still no way to check on their website the status of your application, but so there should be a $10,000 advance coming. I'm guessing this week, if they're saying that they're going to expedite that part of it. Now, the EIDL is a loan; it's not a grant or anything, so that'll have to be paid back. So what that does is that helps provide some working capital. So what they do on the EIDL is you can get the initial 10,000. This gets really confusing. Let's go. So you get the advance, the 10,000. So they expedite that to you for working capital, and then there's another chunk of money that when you finish the application and get it all approved, that they'll dump that into your bank account. So that's paid back. I think it gives. I can't remember if it's 6 months or 12 months before you have to start payment, and then I believe it's a 30-year term on it at 3. This laptop keeps falling. 3% or 3.75%. I'm guessing when all this is said and done, we're going to try to borrow the maximum out of that plan, hold it after our 4 or 5 months, see how much we actually need to cover working capital over the fall, and then return the rest, and then we'll just pay it back over time. So that's where we're at with that. So hopefully this week things will start moving fast. On the storefront, I'm going to pick up one more little project this week. It's like a $40 project. I'm going to add some new outlets at the Ames store, and that'll be good. That'll be a little more convenient to plug things in. No, right now there's some extension cords I'm not really fond of, and so this will get rid of those. Now at the bottom of the trough, I'm thinking about getting back open. So there's some things that we're starting to put together. So when are we going to start taking consignment? How are we going to get, when we reopen, what is that going to look like? And based on stuff I've heard from NARTS and other stuff I've read online, I'm guessing that when we reopen, this is what it's going to look like. And I'm looking at middle of May is probably where we're going. My guess is that when retail opens back up like ours, staff will have to probably wear masks. We'll probably have to limit the amount of people in the building based on occupancy, based on building code occupancy. So if your building can have 50 people in it, they only want you to have 25 people in it. I can see that stuff also happening at restaurants too, where if you have an occupancy of 100, you can only have 50 people. That shouldn't be a problem for us. I think our occupancy, like in Ankeny, is, I don't know, 100 or something like that, and our AIM stores, they're probably in the 75s range. So as long as we keep it under that half, I think that'll be good. So Mass institute some type of cleaning and sanitary policy. So on our credit card readers, things like that. And that comes when the challenge is right now you cannot find, as in the commercial market, you cannot find things like Lysol spray, stuff like that. So that's going to be a challenge to determine how do you keep things clean without using water-based stuff, because that can destroy electronic equipment. So we're working on trying to secure some of that. I did, over Easter Sunday, I did find a restaurant supply store that had some 12 cans of Lysol. I put an order in. It was sold out yesterday morning, but I'm hoping that I was one of the people on the list to get it. Then we can put cans in each store. So we'll have to figure out what that looks like. How we take consignment, what our sanitary policies look like when we reopen. So, like I mentioned, we're starting on thinking about recovery now. We'll get into middle May, get this baby open, work with our consigners and customers on how to do things, and have a good rest of the year. That's really what it comes down to. We're to the point that we just have to have a good year. What'll really take the load off is if this EIDL loan comes through in the next couple weeks. That's just what that does for us. Is that kind of gives you this? We've already burned through we have cash reserve, and then we have cash reserve. Of our emergency cash reserve, we've burned through all of it, so that's all gone. That was right around $60,000. It's just has vanished from the store. That was our money for the expansion in Ankeny, but hopefully that'll come back eventually. So hope we can just make that back up. If that's the worst that happens, we lost that. I'm glad that we have it, because there's a lot of businesses that just don't. And one of the pros of burning through that 60,000 was that it wasn't like, we paid bills with it. I mean, we had bills coming in that we owed, and so since there's no revenue, I paid sales tax, paid payroll tax, all that. And so when we come out of this, we'll have about 2 or 3 months where we don't have payroll tax, we don't have any of that stuff, and so all the stuff the income that comes in, we'll be able to replenish some of that fund, because this is going to go up and down, I bet, over the fall. We're probably going to do this social distancing and have to practice some of these things at the store for a while. It'll come back in the fall or sometime, and we'll probably have the temporary lockdown again, and so we just got to be ready for that. But that's where that EIDL money will help, supplement. The key thing is just to get everybody back and get things normal. All right. I know I rambled quite a bit on this one. So I'll go ahead and update on Thursday this week, and just be 2 of them this week. You should be happy. There's only 2. And let you know how the PPP and the EIDL are moving. All right.